Welcome to the Filter Forward presentation. Well, we will be providing affordable clean water solutions for citizens of Nepal.
I'm Eric France, a first-year aerospace engineer. I'm from a small town south of Akron called Norton, Ohio. I enjoy golf, basketball, and video games, and I have one dog and many fish in a pond and tank.
I'm Luke McKinney. I'm a first-year architectural engineer. I'm from a town in Northeast Ohio called Geneva, and I enjoy fishing, building Legos, and running competitively.
I'm Grant Lewis. I'm a third-year exploratory studies student from Goshen, Ohio. I enjoy going to the gym and playing video games. And outside of school, I am in the Marine Corps Reserves.
Hi, my name is Ben Thomas. I'm a first year electrical engineering student. I'm from Chillicothe, Ohio, which is like an hour south of Columbus. And in my free time, I enjoy playing guitar, mountain biking, golfing, and playing video games.
So for the roles of the project, we decided that each person would be assigned a share of the work when it is assigned. We split it up during classes and then everyone worked on it until it was done.
For prior experiences, I have shot off multiple rockets that were made from cardboard and an engine. I've made many winning Pinewood Derby cars, which made it to district competitions 3 out of 4 years. I've made an Arduino line following robot that was built from a kit and coded from scratch. And I built a small wooden shelter in the woods in my backyard using only logs and branches from trees.
I have built a couch from scratch using only wood and recycled boat seats, and this will help the group by allowing the use of brainstorming solutions better.
I've created a sorting recycling window insert that goes out to separate trash cans that can be taken out of the recycling plant that has won the state scientific award in high school.
I went to state my junior year of high school for a robotics competition through Skills USA. And with that project, I had to do an engineering notebook. So I bring that to the table with prior experience.
For background and discipline, while everyone in our group shares the same ethnicity and a lot of cultural norms, we are still all different in similar ways. For example, we all have differing political opinions, we were raised in different ways, and we are from different sized cities. Small differences like these will help us think in different ways from each other as we have different beliefs and opinions. Since our project wouldn't be outside of the USA, we would need some international collaboration. Um, so we'd need to mitigate these barriers. We plan on doing that by speaking to leaders of Nepal. This could mean talking to the highest up government or talking to city or district leaders. Once talking to them, we would be able to tell them about our idea and see if they like it and would like to receive aid from us. About Nepal. Nepal is a country that is in the middle of the Himalayas. Nepal is deeply influenced by Hinduism and Buddhism. Economically, Nepal relies mostly on tourism, agriculture, and support from other cities, causing most of the citizens to not be too wealthy. This country is affected by the mountains as it is very susceptible to floods, high stress, and more. Also, Nepal is one of the least developed nations in the world. Despite this, Nepal is a beautiful country with a rich history.
Our target population, the population we intend to target is the people who live in poverty in Nepal without access to clean water. Looking into two different websites, the Water Project and UNICEF.org, they both state that 71% of all water sources are poor quality, and the sources used by the poorest are 91% contaminated with E. coli. Only 27% of the population has access to basic sanitation. Only 25% of the population has access to drinkable water. The people of Nepal are like us in the way that we are all human and we need water to survive. However, we are different in the aspect that we have access to this as much clean water in the world as we would need or want, while they have minimal or no access to water at all.
The needs of the population in Nepal. Most parts of Nepal are left without clean water throughout the year, which leaves citizens are forced to make journeys just to attain water in general. We plan on tackling the issue by starting in the places with the least amount of clean water available and providing water filters to them. This would cause less sickness in the year, which in turn might raise the amount of time each person can work, which would result in lowering poverty rates. Our specification of success, we did some research and we found that Nepal currently has a population of around 30 million people. And as of 2022, only 4.8 million people are using clean filtered water, which leaves 25.2 million people with dirty, polluted, contaminated water. And we also found that the average household in Nepal is 4.4, which means that 5.7 million households are not using filtered water. Our goal is to initially help the problem by providing a water filter per household. And we predict that if we could produce 50,000 filters a year and distribute them one per household, we could reach 1% of the population per year. We would feel successful when we are able to bring up the percent of citizens with clean water to 35%.
Our plan. Our problem of unclean water relates to the 2030 United Nations Strategic Goals, Part 3, which is ensuring healthy lives for everyone at all ages. It does as our product would cause less disease to spread through water, which in turn ensures healthy lives for everyone at all age. It also connects to the grand challenges for engineering in the 21st through the sustainability, health, and security. It relates to sustainability as it would last most likely for over a year before it would need to be replaced. And it relates to security as it provides a secure source of water.
Our proposed solution to the shortage of clean water in Nepal is an extremely cheap and widely available water filter. Because of the cheapness of this filter, the average Nepali citizen could afford it, even the ones living in poverty. The average household in Nepal has 4.4 people living in it. This means that if we can get even one filter in each of these houses, it would give about 4 people access to clean water. We will recycle our revenue back into producing more filters while also taking donations, which will help supplement more production.
Why we're better. Our product differs from others already available on the market by actually being available and cheap, so those living in Nepal can afford it. We're also better than our competitors because our filter is very easy to use. All the filter has to do is pour or scoop water on top, and then the filter does all the work. Then the water is deposited into our aluminum cup.
This is our anticipated cost. I estimate it'll take about 5 weeks for the design team to make a prototype, and the cost of this prototype development would be the individual hours for each team member, which of 14 members would be 13, 13, 13, and 6, multiplied by 1 plus 0.78, multiplied by $40, which ends up being $3,200 and 4. Now the cost for each individual unit is a rough estimate, but these are numbers I researched. 20 cents per cup, which is the cup that holds the water after it's done filtering. 15 cents per plastic bottle, which holds the filter. And then the filter itself, 53 cents for the charcoal for it, and 14 cents for the polypropylene or cloth, which rounds out to a $1.02 per cup. And if we produce 200 a day, that's $204. Now the labor estimates, it'd be about $108 a day, based on 2 workers, 3 hours a day, and we pay those workers $18 an hour, which comes out to 55 cents a cup. So the total production cost would be $109.02. We plan to sell these for $1.86 and or 250 Nepalese rupee to cover the daily costs and make $60 in profits per day that will be recycled back into more production.
All right. Anticipated impact. The body once again highlights what I talked about back in slide 13, but this slide includes our models. So if you look at figure 1, which is the top Excel spreadsheet, we use data that we found from macrotrends.com, which took data of Nepal's population that is using clean drinking water all the way back from 2000 to 2022. And as you can see, it goes on a downward trend. And on figure 2, we extended that data, as you can see by the blue trend line. And as time goes on, it's getting worse. And with our goal to impact 1% each year, it's shown by the yellow oranges trend line. And in 20 years, if we start from 2025 to 2045, we could impact and result in just above 20% of the population using clean drinking water. And that concludes our presentation.